Hello, everybody, and welcome back to A Song of Tara, episode 53, I think.
Sounds about right. I think that sounds about right, yeah.
Yep, episode 53. We are, as I've mentioned last week and maybe the week before, I can't remember, but we are on the downward slope of this campaign, but that does not mean that we are done quite yet. So before we start tonight's hijinks, why don't we get a recap, Chris?
I have a question.
Yes.
The slope we're on.
Yes.
Is it slippery?
Only when wet.
Yes, slippery when wet.
Okay.
We are slipping and sliding down the slippery slope of sanity.
That's it, some twister.
Yes, I thought I'd come up with one eventually. Not a very good one, but it doesn't matter. Yes, last time on A Song of Tara.
I think Buddy should be sleepy when wet.
I'm not sure I'm going to get a recap in storytelling. We might just have to move straight to the thing.
Let's try it.
Well, we decided we set about the noble task of trying to stop two supposed sources of pollution to the River Liffey that the spirit of the Liffey herself had pointed out. One belonging to Wishkeran, the National Water Company of Ireland, and one belonging to, I believe it was an independent provider.
Actually, it was also a Wishkeran installation, but it was a pumping station.
Oh yes, of course. Fair enough. So one was an actual filtration plant. The other was, as you say, a pumping station.
Exactly.
We went to the first one, located on Dublin South.
Yep.
But to our surprise, could find nothing there. There was little to no hint of worm taint. So there was no idea where the source of the taint being dumped into the river could come from. Half of us managed to make it into the place quietly and stealthily to find out. That was, I believe, Tally, Taryn, and Fenner. And then we discovered the horrifying truth in a recorded video on a laptop left by the maybe not quite late, but certainly banished to some realm of awfulness, Rory St. James, who let us know, somehow knowing we were going to come here and see this because, plot device, that the true source of the corruption were actually a huge number of tainted water meters, which are installed all around Dublin and all around sort of that area of Ireland, and which can dump small but insidious amounts of taint into the Liffey, which then all accumulated into the sheer unpleasantness we have today. I believe that he said there were about 60,000 of them last...
600,000, and they are all over Ireland, not just in Dublin.
Okay, 600,000.
And of course, the funny part of it is that they dump it into the Liffey, but only after it's been through whatever consumption humans need. So it will be taint that goes through people before it goes into the Liffey.
Yes, and he was very smug about it. Of course, because he's a Nefandus. Nefandli don't seem to have any other emotion other than smug. Naturally, this upset us. It upset Taryn most of all, who, despite having one of, but perhaps not the lowest, but one of the lower rage ratings of the group, decided to go ballistic and let the entire plant know we were there by throwing a chair through a window. Because anger does that to people.
Yes.
We managed to get out without being spotted, which was lucky. We relayed the terrible news to the Liffey, but we resolved to carry on, as was necessary, and we went to the which was the second one, on the second target on the north side of Dublin, and we were able to get in there. It was mostly automated facility with only 3 visible members of staff. We were able to sneak in and to plant an explosive, and then we called in to let these people know that, in fact, there was a bomb threat and that they needed to evacuate. We saw 2 of them leave. The third one appeared in the reflection of a mirror belonging to Taryn, who had decided to stay behind to check on the device, taunting her, letting her know that the forces of the Worm, who this one member of staff had served, were planning for a werewolf attack, and so decided to finally activate their trap. and the entire building exploded, and the bomb we said exploded with it, and then the building collapsed. And what happened was perhaps the single most impossible and yet the single most epic thing to have ever come out of a Werewolf the Apocalypse game in, well, a very long time. Bearing in mind that Taran is a Thurge, if I'm correct. I'm terrible at remembering these things.
Yes.
Is a Thurge and a Glasswalker. Yes, and a Glasswalker. I mean, she's still a werewolf, and werewolves are hard as it is, but you're not the first one you think of when it comes to pure invincibility. But she did have a little trick up her sleeve in the form of steel fur, which basically meant she survived a joint bomb and rigged building explosion, and having however many hundreds of tons of building then collapse on her, and she received nary a scratch. Which is the kind of thing that needs to be written about at some point. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if I end up actually writing an entire poem just for Taran at this point. And yes, that whole thing stole the session. It was a fantastic moment.
It's one of those that you will remember for years to come, I hope.
It is. It's definitely something to brag about, in that, they'd set that place to blow up so that an entire war pack would be destroyed, and they couldn't even kill one Glasswalker Thurge. Yep. That must rankle.
I'm pretty sure that hurt somebody.
Yes, it's like my brilliant plans.
Someone just got a really bad ouch in their ego.
Yes, on top of this...
My anti-Garou Destructinator did not work!
No. On top of this, there was also the additional bonus that they also had several crates worth of these tainted water meters on site at this facility, which we were able to get out of there. And then we absconded with all our spoils and the epicness of Taran's survival before the cops and the fire department and anyone else shows up. Made it to the Liffey, made some plans, found that the Liffey is actually doing quite a lot better now that this one of these two facilities, at the very least, is finally destroyed and is stopped helping to contribute to the turning the Liffey into just so much sludge. But our plans have now had to be altered somewhat, because aside from just cleaning the Liffey with our moonlight net, we now also need to find a way to get rid of these water meters. And the best way we've come up with to do that is we need to take these tainted water meters to someone with an audible voice in sort of the Irish national consciousness, an academic or a well-to-do political movement or politician of some kind, and show them that yes, these things are in fact polluting the river and are slowly poisoning the good people of Ireland. Because as soon as we do that, the entire fucking country will be in uprising until the government basically does something about this, or they'll take to the streets and the rivers and the fields of Ireland and rip the water meters out themselves if they have to. Which is just about the only way we're going to be able to get all of these things out and to help prevent the Liffey from being repoisoned in time.
I would also suggest we could just bomb the entirety of Ireland with EMPs powerful enough to reach the damn things, but Joan let me know that possibly that's a bad idea.
Yes, of course. I'll just call up Pentex and see if they can lend us a few EMP bombs, because they're the only ones that would have access to that kind of technology that we.
Well, we have Taran.
I think we should just stick with our current plan. So we've got to clean the Liffey. You've got to incite the people to open revolution, because Ireland,
of course.
And we've got to do some of the. Well, we're also hoping maybe while we have basically, because the big battle is on the horizon, a lot of us feel that it might be good if our characters could get some gifts to help us for the coming struggle. So if we have time for that, then we'd also like to do that. But we'll see what happens, because obviously anything can happen in a game of A Song of Tara.
Well, at least you are fortunate in that you are trying to incite rebellion in Ireland, of all places. It's a national hobby.
I was about to say, I've almost felt bad for implying that the people of Ireland are in some way naturally inclined to rebellion and disorderly conduct, but then let's face it, I think they'd probably be the first to admit it themselves.
I think they're... I mean, the Irishmen I have known and spoken to about this have been quite proud of that fact, actually.
Yes, so there we go. The storyteller has at the very least given us a task that will be as easy as pushing an open and unlocked door. So we'll see. But I don't trust her because, storyteller.
Would I really have done anything to have deserved such a foul reputation?
How many times have you asked this question to the same answer from any one of us?
I don't know. I keep hoping.
Yeah, hope is a wonderful thing.
She lost count.
Yes, hope is a wonderful thing, but it's not for storytellers. Storytellers deal in statistics and twists. That's their purview.
Well,
anyway,
absolutes, like the Sith.
Like the Sith, yes, indeed. All right.
What are we going to do now?
Clean the Liffey and save her future. Woo!
Despair.
No.
Or that one.
No!
The way I see it, we were planning to clean the Liffey properly later the evening of the day that's about to come on the horizon, basically, because that was by the time everything would be in place and we could start.
I believe so, yes.
We could start dragging the net through the Liffey. So we have at least the remainder of what's left of this evening, that's probably not much by now, and a day to, incite the people and arm ourselves with mighty gifts.
Yes. Indeed.
That'll be an interesting conversation to have with people. What did you do today? What did you do today? I blew up!
I exploded.
So, how early is it? Is it still late evening on one day or early morning on the day of what we're planning to do at this point?
It's around midnight.
Right, well, basically, there's no point going to an academic just yet, because they'll all be asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Except perhaps a few of the more crackpot ones.
Yeah.
But they will be too erratic to understand anyway.
We'll do the political thing in the morning.
Okay.
Because sleep, who needs it?
Right? I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Who indeed?
So then, what is our Alpha's call?
Well, we still have some time to go before we're able to clean the Liffey. And until then, I figure we might as well see if some spirits out there are willing to grant us the blessings of their gifts.
Sounds like a good plan.
I think so. I mean, we certainly could use all the help we can get.
Yeah.
And I have a few ideas of where I need to go, but I think at this point it would be relatively safe for us to split up and seek out whichever spirits we need to find individually.
Oh, we can only split into 2 groups.
Hmm.
Unless someone has learned how to talk to spirits without me knowing.
That is a good point.
2 groups of 3 sounds effective. Besides, we may be on a high from victory, but Dublin still isn't safe. Not really. Not yet.
Oh, I doubt it'll ever be safe.
2 groups of 3, we're only 5.
We'll talk about the Liffey. We'll bring her along in a bucket.
I like that idea.
Who is that? This is our bucket totem.
I can just imagine. Hey, you're sloshing me all over the place.
I really hope Tally said that in game.
Give me a second. Yes. We can...
Yeah. Who
Well,
needs a totem
Aaron-
pole when you can have a totem bucket?
Well, Taryn asked in game because it's just like 6 of us. There's only 5.
Assume he did, because there's no point in me repeating it with a thick Welsh accent. We can...
Okay, so
Question, storyteller.
What? Sorry, you broke up.
A question
Yes.
for you.
Yes.
Because one of the gifts I looked at mentions the pattern web of the Umbra, and I have no idea what that is. But the gift teaches you to walk along them without attracting the ire of weaver spirits.
It's
so
called Web Walker,
Yeah.
and the web of the Umbra, as far as I read on the Glasswalker thing, is basically the weaver has connected everything. And if you know how, you can walk on the weaver's web.
Yeah.
It's the web Taran saw over the city the very first night.
Indeed.
And normally you can't see it. So it's extremely hard. And if the weavers realize you're there, they usually get really angry because fuck off our web. And I'm actually looking to get the same thing because she's already got some good rapport
it
with
makes sense for the Taran to have
weavers.
that one.
Yeah.
And
But-
usually the weavers normally don't like it, but if you're friends with the weavers, they might not mind it as much.
It was my third priority, so I'm just thinking, since I can only afford up to 2 gifts, that seems more in character for Taran.
I am thinking about Pulse of the Invisible
That's my primary yeah.
and Web Walker.
Yep.
And I think there were another one. It's called Control Complex Machine.
Indeed. Well, the
Because
thing...
then I can actually, play with computers and make them do what I want them to.
Yep.
Cool.
Also, I would say, for the sake of not leaving everyone sitting there waiting for oodles of time, please find one gift each that you would like to go for first, because then that's the it takes time to find the spirits and so on. So let's start with you guys finding a gift that you would like.
Okay.
In that case, I think I will actually start with another one.
Okay.
What gift is that? I've never heard of another one.
But then again, I have another question for the storyteller.
Yes.
Because the gift I'm now looking at is adaptation,
Yes.
which lets you adapt to any environment.
Yeah.
And for some reason, a bear spirit teaches that, even though bears are not particularly good at adapting to environments. What would be something you could learn that from in Dublin?
Cockroach?
You know that's the zoo in Dublin, right?
You could learn that definitely from something like the cockroach. Definitely.
Well, then that, I guess, is my goal.
Yes.
It's really annoying because all of the gifts I wanted, save 2, come from the unicorn, and I met unicorn a few sessions ago. I can't be. I'm not
That
expecting to do
sucks.
it. It does. It sucks massive donkey balls.
No, unicorn balls.
Oh, yes. Yeah, but unicorn is female. She doesn't have any.
That's why you can't get them.
Ooh.
Very good. Very good.
Dun dun dun.
Well played, storyteller.
Yes. Well, I want one of the. Let's see. I would quite like to get Lover's Touch, which is a level 3 Child of Gaia gift, but the problem is that one is specifically taught by. It mentions it's specifically taught by an avatar of unicorn. I don't know if there's an appropriate.
We don't want to be touched by your lover, damn it.
Would you rather be
Maybe a
touched by my?
vampire spirit.
Would you rather be touched by my grandmother?
Oh, she's not a leech.
You're not going to let this go, are you, Fenna? Will you shut up about Sandy and get over it? Charlie's doing his best to, and you're not helping. Anyway. So, okay, well, maybe, okay, either Lover's Touch or Grandmother's Touch, one of those two. Healing, basically.
Yes. Right. Well.
So, well, my first priority then, unless someone wants something from one of the spirits that can grant one of the other gifts I want, will be Trollskin.
Trollskin is nice.
Trollskin is nice.
For
Does she go to the trolls then?
Just an earth spirit.
A what spirit?
Earth.
Oh, Earth. Yeah. Well, Plenty of those around.
But if anyone needs something from a bear spirit or a badger spirit or a snow spirit or a spider or snake spirit, then I can go with them and get something else instead.
Well, I found a cockroach.
Most of the invisible can be taught by any spirit.
Yeah. Also, there are massive amounts of earth spirits around almost anywhere.
Hey, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Will a polar bear double as both a bear spirit and a snow spirit?
I'm
sorry to laugh.
And with that,
I like that answer.
Yes, and with that, the storyteller is broken, and the Song of Torah has come to a premature end. Well done, everyone.
No, an immature end.
Yes,
Yes.
A very immature end.
Yes.
Very immature.
My brain just fizzled. No, it wouldn't. But a blizzard would be a snow spirit. But all right, you are you have some kind of idea then to split into two groups and go look for spirits.
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes.
All right. Well, what group do we go with first, and who does that group consist of, and what do you actually do to find the spirits that you're looking for, and what spirit do you start by looking for?
Well, I need a weaver spirit.
As far as group composition goes, I suggest that the alpha and the beta go in separate groups, which means Liam and Taran each head up a group. I suggest that Liam...
Then Marty needs to be in the non-Terran group.
Yes, exactly. I suggest that Liam and Marty make up one group, and Tally and Fenna and Taran make up the other group.
Okay.
So basically we're splitting boys and girls.
Although if we do go
Yeah.
for more rounds of gifts, then it would make sense for Fenna to go with Marty actually, because she needs a gift from a spider or snake spirit.
Yeah. Is there something
That's a good point.
Is there something that you'd like to say about Taliesin?
Yes, I was about to say. You're splitting boys and girls, but girls, but. Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
I
right.
mean, I have described Taliesin as having a penis on at least one occasion. So.
But you covered it up. You could just be faking it.
Well, how about this then? Fenna, you go with Taran, or rather with Marty and Liam. Would that work?
Yeah.
Cool. That's what we'll
You
do then.
are muted over there. You're still muted for some reason. What the hell? We can't hear you.
Tech issues. Gotta love it.
Yay!
Yes. You might try Discord again now that I've got the app, which means I might have more luck using it consistently next time. We shall have to test it.
First and foremost, let us see if Rasmus disconnects from the call and then reconnects from it or something. And
I think he already did disconnect, so Christian's reconnecting.
Oh, I was dropped from the call for some reason.
oh, that explains why.
Oh, I thought you left the call
No,
because...
it didn't even tell me it dropped me.
That's
Huh, because just like, I don't know, half a minute ago, I heard a
anyway.
sound like someone dropping out of the call.
okay.
Weird.
Well, I am back.
Welcome
Yes.
back. And what did you actually say, Rasmus?
So I'm saying, with Fenna joining Marty and Liam, we're still splitting boys and girls.
Yes.
Because Finn is a guy.
Yes.
She's one of the boys.
Rasmus, I'm going to surgically remove your scrotum and put it on a barbed wire plate.
Well, if you put it on a barbed wire plate after removing it, I won't be able to feel it either way.
No, but looking at it will certainly be wince-worthy.
Seeing as you're not trained medically, I think I would die from you trying to remove myself.
Actually, I'm just going to say, in my opinion, I think it'll be cringeworthy looking at it, even if it isn't removed.
Ladies and
Besides,
gentlemen of the viewing audience, I do apologize for this line of conversation.
yes, shall we move swiftly on?
I do have a question though, since Helle brought up perhaps going for more than one gift. Is that a possibility, or do we only have time for one gift?
You only have time for one.
Okay. Then my priority still remains truth.
Yeah, my priority remains the same then.
Right.
Although,
Man, I have a lot of experience just on other shit then.
yep, me too.
Who do we start with?
We start with the big group. You know, the boys.
Yeah, the boys.
All right. I think poor Tally is being unfairly and unjustly treated here.
No, because he was smart enough to go with the woman who just survived the explosion.
True, but at the rate Tally's being teased, I'm tempted to have him go Ronin and head to the Netherlands anyway.
Well, he is Omega.
He is basically he is being emasculated at an alarming rate here.
But as
It's okay.
yes, I mean he
There's
is
no shame in being a woman.
No, there is
Absolutely not.
no shame
It's
in
not-
it, but I don't think it's what he wants.
no. I think let's move on. I do
Yes,
not need
Okay, fine.
to
let's
question
stop
Tally's gender
misgender-
identity.
Yes, let's stop misgendering Tally.
Yes, please. I think we're killing our alpha here.
Yeah, you will.
But it sounds like a pleasant death.
He's dying from laughter.
It's
been
how I want to go.
5
Yeah.
or 10 times.
Well, you know, when they find him in 1,000 years, he's still going to be grinning.
Yep.
Ba-dum,
Okay.
dum, dum,
Okay.
dum.
Skeletons do tend to look like that.
That's what my point was.
At least we're making Heine laugh.
I am a horrible human being.
Yeah.
Even though
We all
poor Tally
are.
is
You're what now?
singing in the background.
Did you just admit to being a human being?
Yes.
Yes, she did actually. It's on recording now.
Yes, I am.
Holy crap.
I am in fact a human being. What have I've told you this once. If I've told you this once, I've told you a million times. My life seems to consist of closets I can come out of. I am now coming out of the closet as a human being.
Like, only got half an hour left. We need to move on. Please.
That is just clear.
It's nice
Doesn't
to hear
get
you
done.
laughing like this, Heine. It really is.
Priceless. We've been playing for half an hour. We haven't gotten anywhere.
That is.
At least we're enjoying ourselves.
Yes, that is true.
Ah,
That is true.
I'm sorry, dear audience. But this is what happens.
Yeah, I feel kind of sorry for people watching.
You know what? I'm actually not sorry at all. I'm having a blast.
Same. I'm like, if you can't see the fun in this, screw it.
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah. All right. Okay,
You
guys.
can't take
Okay.
these levels of insanity. Why are you even watching us?
Yes. That is a very good question.
Yes.
All right, guys. Let's be serious and mature and yeah. All right. You are moving.
Stop swearing.
Thank you. Okay, so where are you heading? And we'll start with the big group, as we said. So where are
Okay.
you guys going?
If we only get the one gift each, then it doesn't matter which group I go with.
Okay, but now you're with the big group.
Okay.
Yes, you want to join us because Fenna doesn't want to go with Tally.
Yeah, Fenna brought up the. No, Fenna didn't. Fenna's player brought up the unfortunate lover, and now she's in bad blood.
Yeah.
Yes. So you are going with them, and where are you guys going, and what spirit do you start by looking for?
I think we should start with the Alpha.
Well, the Alpha is looking for Luna.
All right, you are looking for Luna specifically.
Yes.
Well, a major loon might be able to do it, but what specific gift is it you are looking for?
Silver Claws.
Silver claws. Ooh,
Yes.
nice.
That
Yes.
sounds epic. I want it.
Yes. It is epic. That would be Yeah, that would probably be Luna indeed. You know, there is an opportunity. There, you can actually go to the moon. There's a cairn on the moon, and you can go there via a moon bridge. But in this case, there's probably not quite enough time to go through that.
Oh, I'm sad.
Yes. However, you can try to negotiate with Luna through intermediary. You can find a loon, and you did have a loon spirit help you with weaving a web.
Yes. And we found that loon, if I remember correctly, in the where did we find it? Yeah, on top of the mall.
Yes, indeed. Well, you found it by singing and howling for a very long time, but presumably it might still be there, getting its light weaved into a web.
Yes.
Marty will insist if we're going there, we need to bring a cow because he promised the spider that next time he stopped by, he would bring a cow.
Haven't we been like this before, where he brought Fenna and he brought
Yeah.
Last time,
Wow, deja vu, man.
Which means that poor
Guys.
Tally and
last time he promised the spider to bring a cow. Liam ended up being chased by a bull.
Yeah.
exactly, it's the exact same composition of group right now.
Deja vu.
which means that poor Taryn and Tally are going to go do their thing, and they're going to run into fucking Ponsonby, which has been threatened out of game earlier this evening. Has been threatened by the storyteller.
That's true. That's true.
Well,
So-
that will be very, very bad because Taryn doesn't like him.
So, you guys are heading, I assume, if you need to find a cow, where are you heading to find the cow? Back to the zoo?
Well, if I remember correctly, the bull was rather pissed that we
Cow.
grabbed one of his
Well, if nothing
Ladies.
else,
Yes.
there's comedy value in this.
I mean, that's where we know there are cows.
Yes.
Yeah.
If Liam knows of any other place to find cow spirits, he's welcome
No.
to chime in.
Liam is-
Butchery.
No.
No, to the zoo we go.
Yes, you head up to the zoo, where...
Deja vu.
Yeah. Well, while you are
You could try to
there...
bring a buffalo this time.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Right?
I suggest that.
On
Yeah. She does.
Mark is definitely hooked on that idea.
So before we get to the zoo, guys, there are some ground rules I want to put in place. First of all, I'm not going to wrestle a bull this time. Okay? Second, you do the talking, Marty.
I did talking last time as well.
That's true. Maybe I should do the talking this time.
How will you do the talking?
Marty smiles at him and waits for him to answer.
Are you going to just interpret the moves? Or are you a South Park alien?
Stop talking. I'm serious. I'm not chasing any cows this time. I'm not wrestling any cows. I'm staying by the gates leading into the zoo this time. Yes, that's a good plan. I like it.
I am sure you would like to wrestle bull, yes?
She would love it.
Sure. If
It's
I
fun.
can, if I can ride Terran like a rodeo bull, why not a bull?
Then I have plan. We make bet with bull.
Okay.
If you can...
Oh.
Well, do you think you can ride him? Do you think you can ride him?
Yeah.
Then we can make bet. If you can ride him for a long time, we get cow.
Okay, how long is long?
I think we should figure out.
Oh my god.
So I think that's the plan.
Alright.
We're going to bet the bull that Finna can ride him for a specified amount of time.
I think
And
20
if she can,
seconds.
get a cow.
I want to know if riding a bull counts as an exceptional risk in non-combat situation.
Yes.
Yep.
It does.
Yes!
And you're a daredevil, so that was the perfect person to ask.
Yeah. Also, I have no clue if Fenna can do it.
But she wants
She
to do
probably
it.
can. Yeah.
I mean,
Alright.
that would be epic in itself.
She's
But the
daredevil.
the rest of you needed some spirits as well, so there's a chance you will find some of them in that vicinity.
Well, I need a spirit that's good at adapting, and it specifically says a bear spirit. So if there are bear spirits in the zoo, I could just ask them.
There aren't bear spirits in the zoo, but there are. I mean, the zoo is in Phoenix Park, which might not be the most natural park in the world. In fact, far from it. But it is a large green area, which means that it is entirely possible to find earth spirits there, at least for Fenna.
Can you learn gifts from plant spirits? Because weeds can adapt to any environment and still be a pest.
Yeah.
Yep, you can if you can communicate with them. Plants are, let's just put it simple.
I want to try.
Get a UV lamp and flash at them in Morse code.
The only answer will be stop
I'm
it.
sorry. I'm imagining Marty in wolf form just lying down and sniffing a dandelion until it teaches him how to use adaptation.
No.
All I imagine
Yes.
all I imagine that plant saying is, stop it. Stop it. Go away.
Yeah.
Stop it.
I will stop licking you if you teach me.
Ew. Stop it. Go away. You woke me up. Now fuck off. Go. No. Ew. Go.
Alright.
We need to write.
No, guys, if you teach me gift, I promise not pee on you.
Yes. They like being beat on.
You don't know before you ask.
Which part do you want to take first, Joan?
That's entirely up to you which one you want to ask first.
We start with the bull then.
Alright. You find the same place as last time in the zoo. There are plenty of cows there in the petting zoo area. And a bull. And the bull spots you guys. It specifically spots Liam.
He's waiting
And-
by the entrance though.
Oh, I thought he came along. Sorry, no, then he doesn't spot him.
Oh, he very specifically said he would get nowhere near the bull.
Yeah.
Right. Well, in that case, it doesn't. It spots the rest of you and goes, no.
Hello, bull. Do you remember me?
What's up? One more time.
Do you remember me?
It looks like it remembers. It looks like it remembers you all too well. It doesn't look particularly pleased with your presence either.
Last time, I did not know this cow was yours, so I took one. I am sorry.
It gets in the way of get between you and the cows this time.
So this time I say, bull, I bet you something, and if I win, you get cow. We get cow. Yes? I bet you that my friend can ride you for 30 seconds.
What? 30 seconds? Maybe a minute at least.
A minute then.
The bull.
Oh wait, she didn't understand what he said actually.
The bull looks
She was scared.
decidedly unimpressed with your suggestion.
Up the time.
It begins stomping the ground rhythmically with one hoof.
You sort of have to offer it something if it wins.
I think Marty smiles and says, of course, if you throw her off, you get something. What do you want?
The bull looks between all of you and doesn't seem to see what it's looking for.
Oh, it wants its cow back.
No, it wants Liam.
Yes!
So, you want me to go get Liam?
No.
No.
Finna,
Don't sound so suggestive when you say that, Moo.
Finna, you keep Bull company. I will go get Liam.
And Marty goes to find Liam.
So,
I'm sorry, Liam, I'm giving you away if she falls off.
What did I return to?
Marty
Hello.
you return to Senna standing alone with the bull and the cows looking awkwardly.
It is surprisingly amusing playing a bovine.
We're a cow. The milkman.
Where cow the mooing, yes.
Hello, Liam.
Guys,
Hello.
I realized
Where's...
we found the secret cow level.
Yes.
No! It's not a lie! Kill it all!
So I'm noticing a distinct lack of a fenna and a cow.
Yes, Finna is keeping Bull company, but
Okay.
Bull wanted you to be there. I think he wanted to impress you.
Okay.
You come.
Sure. Liam follows.
Little did he know who's...
Marty brings back Liam.
Yes. The bull looks at Liam with a decidedly it sends him a look that says you are in for a world of pain if I win this.
Liam looks down at Marty over at Marty and what's this about?
Marty looks to the bull and says,
Okay, so if Finna win, I get cow. If you win, you get what?
Moo. It looks at Liam and stomps its foot again.
You want to mate with Liam?
It lowers its head and looks like it's about to charge.
You want to fight with Liam?
Moo!
Ah, okay.
You owe me
and Marty
for
turns to the
Marty.
others and tells what the bet is about. So if Fenna can ride it for a full minute, we get a cow. If not, the bull gets to fight Liam.
Okay, first thing, Marty, you owe me for this one. Fenna, you better win.
But I kinda want this to be the story of when Liam had to face off with the bull again.
Liam has definitely developed a rivalry with this bull.
At least in the bull's mind.
Yes.
I didn't sign up for this.
Well, if I've learned anything from Pokemon, it's that you don't choose your own rivals.
Nope. Well,
The only way this could be worse is if the bull unzips itself and it becomes a Pugwampy.
You're
Yes.
dead to me, Chris. Dead.
Yep.
I think Heine has a very, very he has a very strained relationship with that particular kind of monster.
Yes, and now Bolts as well.
And now bulls as well.
Oh, come on, the bull is nice.
The bull is definitely waiting for Fenna to I hate to use this word, but mount him. I think I'm killing Rasmus.
Well, she did promise she could ride him for a full minute.
Oh my god. Okay.
Fenna's gonna end up with a lot of experience riding cloven creatures.
Yeah, I were about to say. She started out with a satyr and now she's gone on to a bull.
Clearly the satyr wasn't big enough.
Yeah, don't tell Orva, he'll be heartbroken.
Sorry, Aura.
If anything,
Sorry, Laura, I had to go for something with bigger horns.
that is funny.
On the upside, you outlasted a minute with the bull.
Oh, we are horrible. Oh, for goodness sake. Alright, so Fenna tries
Bestiality.
Fenna tries
To get on the bull.
to last a minute on at the noble and decidedly American sport of bull riding.
Yes, and I very much assume that it would be cheating to change into another form.
Yes.
Yes, has to be hummed.
Yes.
It's more fun that way.
True.
More daring.
Well, what we're going to do with this, because the bull is obviously trying to throw you, and you are trying to stay on.
Yeah.
And I'm going to rule that in your case it is a strength plus athletics to stay on the thing.
That makes sense. That's what I would have suggested, probably.
Yes, and for the bull it would be a strength plus athletics to get rid of you.
Okay, and
Oh,
since there's some amount of endurance in this, so I did end up with tireless as my stamina specialty.
Yes, that is good. I'm going to, in this case, I'm going to say that because you are tireless, your difficulty, which would otherwise you would risk it going up, because quite frankly, sitting on one of these things without a saddle, your ass is going to hurt. But you are going to stay at the same difficulty all the way through. And I'm going to say that the difficulty is 6 for both you and the bull, and it will be a contested roll.
And I get my daredevil dice too.
Yes, you do. And it is, as I said, it is a contested roll. You are going to stay on there for a full minute. I'm not going to make you roll for every single damn round, because that would take the rest of the evening. But I am going to make 3 rolls, because I'm going to just make the arbitrary ruling that you are hanging on quite nicely, but it does a quick buck or a jerk or something 3 times during this minute where it's particularly hard to hang on.
And does it at the most inopportune moment.
Precisely.
Oh, Fenna.
I know how to hang on to things. I've played Shadow of the Colossus.
I kind of want her to fall off because Liam fighting that bull again.
Okay, so we are rolling your strength plus athletics.
Yep.
Let us see what you can come up with.
I also get to ignore one botch die when Daredevil counts.
Ah! Wow!
Shit!
That is an epic roll. And it's his strength plus athletics. And the bull isn't terribly athletic, but it's very, very strong. So, okay.
Well, it has 7 successes to compete with.
Yeah, it's a good roll on his part, but let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. And he's got a 1, so he's only at 5. So you do win the first one, although your tailbone is probably somewhat bruised from this, because ouch. But yes, you hang on. We will roll again.
Not quite as good, but 5.
5 successes? Yep, you stay on.
1 success? Bad bull.
Ooh.
Not so good.
4? Oh.
Oh, that one.
It throws you.
No? It had a 1?
Yep, it does, and it has several 10s. And
does it have a specialty in this?
Yes, it does.
Oh, I see.
It's got a specialty in strength.
But what is the strength specialty?
The strength.
Bowling.
Good grief. No, the strength specialty for something like a bull would be something like overpowering.
Yeah.
Which is. So you last almost the entire minute, and Liam can just see it, and it looks like yes, she might. Oh, fuck! And she gets thrown at 52 seconds.
So Finna scours against the ground, possibly a few meters.
Mm-hmm.
Staggers up again. I demand a rematch!
The bull doesn't really look at Fenna anymore.
Well, it doesn't understand her. Probably.
I think you lost, Finna.
Liam enters a defensive position.
Yeah. Oh, bollocks.
Come at me.
The bull goes up on its hind legs, kicks its front legs a few times, goes, no! And charges towards Liam. Head lowered and nostrils flaring. and we have a titanic tussle. During which, of course, I'm just going to point this out, during which, of course, the bull is entirely busy with something else.
I'm going
Steal a
to
cow!
go talk to one of the cows and tell it, hey, won't you come with me? I will show you the world and show you this very interesting cave.
The cow looks at you with big, beautiful brown eyes and follows along.
Yeah.
You're despicable. You're just lost and you're stealing one.
Yep. I mean, just the fact that you had to describe it as having big, beautiful eyes, now I feel really guilty.
Why? Cows still have big, beautiful brown eyes.
They're also very curious.
Yes, and this cow is at least following along with the rest of you. Just while Liam is being intermittently chased and intermittently is wrestling with this bull. I'm assuming that you're in Krynos.
Yes.
Yes.
I kind of like the idea. First they bet him away and then they leave him with him.
Well, they kind of have to, really, so, yeah.
It's still like, that's what happens when you stay outside the doors. They give the alpha away.
Well, here's the thing. After about, you guys wander off with the cow. And after about 3 more minutes, Liam is basically the bull does realize that you've run off with one of its cows after a while. It doesn't particularly like the fact that you hoodwinked it, so it tries to force Liam back towards the direction that you guys walked in, which basically looks like Liam's got, it looks like he's got his hands on this thing's horns, almost like a bicycle grip. And he's being pushed backwards while with his feet are pushing up dirt behind him, and the cow is the bull is snorting and bellowing and not. It's not being terribly cooperative right now, but it does. Eventually, you manage to get a good grip on both horns at the same time. And you basically you can't really do a wrestling move on a bull because it doesn't have arms for you to help with the grapples. But you do twist its head in such a way that it flips over on its back and lies there with all 4 legs sticking up in the air. And it looks very surprised. this deeply surprised look on the bull's face, and a very tiny comes out of it. It's like, it had not expected that, but you win. It takes about 3 minutes, but you do manage to take down the bull.
God damn it, Ian. Tipping cows is not nice.
He didn't
it's
tip it.
it's
He turned it.
Fenna,
he upended it.
you lost the rodeo, Fenna. Just saying.
The bull is kicking its legs in the air and trying to get right side up again. It doesn't really work.
Well,
I think
that's the sad-
Liam takes the opportunity to bolt.
Well, that's just
Just
unfair because bulls have a really big issue getting back up if they
Yep.
ended up on their back because their horns are too big.
Yep.
I
Aw.
don't care.
You're being cruel,
the bull
Liam.
is lying there going. "Moo."
Go on, be a support. Help it up. It might forgive you. It might forgive you if you help it back up.
Yeah, and it might not, you know.
Well,
Taryn realizes you've just left the poor defenseless bull like that. You're gonna have a piece of her.
why don't you go back and help it?
Well, you can see
Happily,
it.
but I'm
She
not
doesn't
there.
know.
Yeah. You
Oh
can
right, yeah,
see
of
it.
course. Okay.
Well, yeah, so Liam goes to find the others.
Well, as I said, you are close enough that you can see each other when this happens. So you can also see that the bull is lying there kind of helpless.
Oh, poor bull. First you steal one of its cows, and then you make a bet with it, and then you just completely cheat it.
Aw, poor defenseless turtle. I mean, bull.
Oh god, someone please just go back so we can be spared Jones' continuous mooing, please. Oh god.
Oh my god! She is getting ready to sing the song "You Like to Move It" with a cow instead. You like to moo.
There is actually a
Actually, I think she kind of sounds like a sad bulldog.
Aww.
I was gonna say there is actually, this is completely off topic, or not really, but there is a comedy version of "I Like the Way You Move," which is country, West Country, British, English, where I live basically. I likes the way you moo. I likes the way you moo. I do. Yeah.
Is it the same that there's song
You
about
sound
walking
like it
tractor?
hurt you to say.
Yes, Rasmus doesn't like the Wurzels, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know who they are, I advise you to at least listen to one of their songs before you pass too much
The
judgment.
what now?
The Wurzels.
They have a song about fucking a tractor.
No, I've told you this. They have a song about seducing someone with a combine harvester.
Well, to be fair, us on the Danish side probably all know a song about being in love with a horse.
Yes.
Yeah,
hmm Anyway,
because
So-
Sir Philip loves only his horse.
So what
Yeah.
are you? So what are you doing with the
Ill-gotten
bull?
cow.
Well, and with the bull, the bull is lying there being all helpless and stuff.
oh please, someone.
Well, I mean,
Oh,
as I
Fenna's gonna
understood
do
it,
it.
Marty and Fenna snuck off with the cow, and Liam's bolting, so...
Well, no,
Apparently, you can still see the cow
yeah.
in
No,
this
bull.
bull. Yeah.
Yeah, we were still in sight.
Oh, Liam, you left him.
I know.
Maybe
That'll be no. You're not going back to him. It'll be a lesson for him. Do not mess with the wolf.
Does he sound as pitiful as he looks?
Yes.
But maybe if we want to get more cows later, it will be easier to talk
He-
to him. We help
It'll
him.
be easier because he hasn't gotten up yet. He'll still be lying there. We can take as many cows as we want.
just
Liam, I feel bad for him.
You lost, Fenna. This is on you.
Maybe you can scratch his belly.
But
he's only the alpha. You don't have to actually listen to what he says.
Oh God.
Well, this has been a fun hour.
Liam, I want a rematch. I want him to at least accept my rematch. Or I'm just
Yeah,
going to sneak
you
up
go-
on him
you-
and take my rematch.
You go back and take your rematch, but the rest of us are going to meet with a spider.
I don't need the rematch right now necessarily. I mean, I need to meet back up with you guys and get a gift, but...
Liam
Already leave him?
turns around and goes back to the bull.
Liam goes back to the bull. The bull looks at you very, very sadly as you get back there.
Liam gets down on one knee and looks at the bull in the eye and says, If I help you get up, and he knows full well they can't understand him. If I help you get up, you don't charge me. You let me leave, okay? Good. And then he helps. He tries to help the cow get up on its.
Yes.
And I help.
I kind of like that he talks with it full well knowing that it doesn't understand a word he's saying.
The bull is turned upside or right side up. Anybody helping him, or is Liam doing this on his own?
Like I
I'm
just
busy
said,
keeping
Finna
the cow.
helps.
Okay, Fenna helps. All right. So, anybody else?
Well, Marty is busy leading the cow away while the
Yes.
bull is busy.
Yes.
Yep. Okay, so Fenna and Liam.
Fenna and Liam. All right. The bull is turned the right side up, and it gets back on its feet, and or hooves, and looks at both of you, and seems quite relieved that it can now move again, move again.
Oh.
Liam, let's leave before he remembers that he's angry.
And just as you say that, Liam gets the biggest cow lick up his
Oh, I'm regretting this already.
No, he liked you.
Oh.
You just made a friend with the bull. Oh.
I think this is a good time to go on a break.
I don't know how to make this joke in English, so I'm very sorry for the Danish joke. But betyder det, at han har slik hår?
Oh god, yes, he's got licked hair. Yes. All right. We shall be right back with another hour of A Song of Tara, ladies and gentlemen.